Hey guys, in today's video, I'm gonna show you the top exercises that I use to help reduce my gynecomastia. So like I said at the beginning of this video, I'm gonna show you guys the top exercises that I used to reduce my gynecomastia. And the reason I'm doing this video is not everyone who's seen my gynecomastia surgery videos or anybody else who happens to stumble upon this video have the money or the means to be able to get surgery at this moment. And I know that gynecomastia is still something that's not fun to live with. So I wanted to offer some tips on ways that you can help reduce your gynecomastia now, so that when you finally are able to get the surgery, at least your time from now until then is a little more bearable. I do want to give a disclaimer really quick on this video. I'm not at all guaranteeing that your gynecomastia will be gone for good. If you have gynecomastia, it's not going anywhere. In the past, I bought tons of programs and pills and all these things that guaranteed my gynecomastia would be gone, and none of it ever worked. It did help me learn some exercises and things like that and building up workout programs designed to help with your chest overall, but it didn't make my gynecomastia go anywhere. And I swear these workouts won't make yours go anywhere either. It's more of how to help reduce the overall appearance of your gynecomastia. So what I mean by appearance, it'll help shape out your chest and your shoulders so that when you're wearing a shirt or you're at the beach, it's not this odd like soft shoulders and like a soft chest and then you just have these really puffy nipples, or the area around your nipples. You have a better shaped chest, your shoulders are a little wider. It draws some of the attention away from just your nipples and kind of rounds out your overall appearance a little better. So the first workout in my top workouts for helping reduce your overall gynecomastia appearance is the incline bench press. And with the bench press, this one's really good because it focuses on your pectoral major, specifically the upper fibers of your pectoral major, or what's called the clavicular head. It also focuses on your anterior deltoids and your triceps. This one really helps shape out the upper part of your chest so that your chest kind of has a better overall contour throughout, and helps kind of shape it so that, like I said, you don't have your chest kind of doing this thing where it like goes and then you have your gynecomastia like sticking out here. It kind of helps round it more so that your chest kind of goes down and helps point your gynecomastia more downward. So to do this workout, you want to grab a bench and set it in an incline position. I usually do about 3 notches on the incline position. Set the bar at a good height. You want to make sure that your hands are a little farther than shoulder width apart. You have a good firm grip. Do a closed grip on the bar. Do not do a C-clamp on the bar because you could potentially have the bar slip out of your palm while you're actually doing the workout if you're doing too heavy of a weight, and that would obviously not be good. When you're coming down with the bar, you want to make sure that the bar is a little above your nipples, like almost mid-chest where you actually hit it on the bar, and when you're sitting up, you'll feel that kind of hit on your chest. And you want to make sure that your arms are at a 45-degree angle. You don't want to flare your elbows up. Make sure that they're down and that you're in a 45-degree angle, and that you slowly let the bar come down and slowly go up with the weight. You want to be able to control the weight throughout. In terms of how you're sitting on the bench, you want to make sure that your upper back is firmly placed on the bench. You want to have a slight bend in your lower back. Tighten your glutes and have them firmly planted to the bench, and make sure that your feet are planted because all the power comes from your feet into your glutes and up through then your arms to help push the weight off your chest. All right, so the second workout of workouts that I believe will help reduce the overall appearance of your gynecomastia is the standard bench press. So similar to the incline bench press, this workout is really good in targeting your overall pectoral major. It hits more of the sternal head of your pectoral major than the incline bench press, where that focuses more on the upper fibers. This one focuses on the overall chest. It also hits some of the anterior deltoid and your tricep. And this is another great workout to really help build the overall shape of your chest. And like I said, try and really get your gynecomastia to start pointing more downward and not so much where, like I said, you have this kind of flat chest and then you just have this gynecomastia sticking out. So to do the standard bench press, it's very similar to the incline bench press. You just grab a bench, as it is, laying flat. Make sure, like I said, the bar is at a good height. You want your hands a little farther than shoulder width apart on the bar. Have a closed grip on the bar. When you bring it off, like I said, similar, have it hit about mid-chest again, right above the nipple where you have it touching. You want to make sure that, once again, your arms are at a 45-degree angle off your body. Don't be flaring your elbows. You'll have a lot of problems with your shoulders if you're doing that. So just bring the bar down at that 45-degree angle. And again, how your body is on the bench, you want your upper back firmly against the bench with a slight bend in your lower back. Tighten your glutes and have those firmly on the bench, and drive your legs into the ground, because similar to the incline bench press, the regular standard bench press, all the power is driven through your legs, to your hips, up to your chest, and then through your arms to push the bar off of your chest. So the third exercise that will help reduce the overall appearance of your gynecomastia is a standing overhead press. So I typically prefer to use a barbell for this exercise. You can use dumbbells. You can actually use dumbbells also for the first two exercises. This is another great exercise because, once again, it hits the upper fibers of your pectoral major, and it also hits the anterior deltoid and the lateral deltoid and some tricep in this move. So to do the standing overhead press, what you want to do is make sure your feet are firmly planted in the ground. Really tighten your core and your glutes to help push off when you're actually doing the exercise. So what you want to do is start with the bar on the upper part of your chest, and you want your hands about shoulder width, a little farther than shoulder width apart. And what you'll do is, like I said, use all the power from your feet up through your core to push the bar up, extend, and then when you've extended, try and extend a little more. Really try and reach for the sky with this exercise, and then bring it back down. You'll bring it to your chest, right on the upper part, basically on the upper part of your sternum. And one thing you really want to focus on when doing this exercise is that your elbows stay even with your wrist. So you basically have a 90-degree angle, and that you don't flare your elbows forward. You want to make sure they stay even with the rest of your body, especially if you're doing this with dumbbells and not the barbell. Because obviously with the barbell, you're not going to be isolating each arm and potentially have an issue of the weight being heavy for one arm. So then you start to kind of compensate by bringing your elbow in. All right, so the next exercise on the top exercises that I believe will help reduce the overall appearance of your gynecomastia is the lateral raise. And I know what you're thinking, why would you do the lateral raise? All the other exercises have really focused on the chest or the upper chest. But with the lateral raise, you're hitting the lateral deltoid, and what you're actually doing is growing the deltoid out laterally. So what you're trying to do here is help create more separation, really build the shoulders and create some separation, some growth here to help broaden your shoulders and help kind of widen your chest and widen the overall appearance up here. You want to make this part look really good, toned and big, so that it somewhat takes away from the distraction. All right, so to do this exercise, it's pretty simple actually. There's not much to it. You want to grab a dumbbell, make sure that your feet are firmly planted and that you tighten your glutes and your core. So like I said, everything's really tight and you're really able to control that weight through the entire movement. What you'll want to do is have the dumbbell at your side, and you will then slowly lift it up, making sure that your arm stays even with your body. And you'll want to make sure that through this entire movement, your elbow stays above your wrist. You don't want to have your elbow below your wrist, because then you're no longer working out the lateral part of your deltoid. You're actually starting to work out the posterior part of your deltoid. So one thing that can really help is making sure you're choosing the right weight for this exercise. It's really easy to want to go heavier because it feels like you're not doing much weight and everyone else around you is doing like 25, 30 pounds. Just make sure that when you're doing this, choose the right weight, make sure that your arm stays out and that you keep your elbow above your wrist. You want to bring it up to a parallel with the ground, elevate it just a tiny bit more, really try and actually contract the shoulder and then bring it back down. So the last workout on my top workouts to help reduce the overall appearance of your gynecomastia is chest dips. Chest dips are great because they hit a variety of muscles in your body, primarily pectoral major, your anterior deltoid, and your tricep. And your traps are actually used in this to stabilize your body throughout the entire movement, so you get a good overall upper body workout. So to do the chest dip, what you want to do is actually get up on a set of parallel bars or dip bars, whatever you have access to. And what you'll want to make sure is that you don't stay straight up and down down with the exercise, because if you do dips straight up and down, you're focusing more primarily on the tricep. So what you'll actually want to do is lean your body forward just a little bit. So lean your body forward slightly, and then you'll go down through the dip motion. You want to make sure that you go all the way down so that you get a good range of motion, and that when you come back up and come to the top of the movement, you really focus on contracting the chest and your shoulders and your triceps, and really think about the isometric when you're at the top of that movement. You also want to do that when you're down at the bottom of the motion as well, so that through the entire movement, you're not really giving yourself a chance to relax. So I hope you guys like those top exercises that can help reduce the overall appearance of your gynecomastia. I know when I had gynecomastia and wasn't able to get my surgery yet, these exercises did really help. I had a ton of family and friends who told me once I started working out and really focusing on, like I said, my upper chest and shoulders, they noticed that my gynecomastia didn't stick out as much anymore. It didn't mean that it went away. I definitely still had it, and you could see it in all the shirts I wore, and when I took my shirt off, I was really embarrassed at the pool and the beach, but it did help my confidence a little bit, and like I said, the overall appearance of my gynecomastia. So if you guys like this video, show it some love by hitting the like button, and leave a comment below telling me which exercise you're gonna implement into your next workout. And as always, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get updates on when I'm uploading my next video. Thanks for watching.